In 2023, scientists at Harvard Medical School reversed aging in mice. Not slowed it. Reversed it. Old mice became biologically young again, their organs, their eyes, their muscles. The lead researcher, David Sinclair, believes the same can be done in humans within a decade. Other researchers are more aggressive. Aubrey de Grey has argued for years that the first person to live to 1,000 is already alive today. And the world's wealthiest people are not waiting for mainstream medicine to catch up. Jeff Bezos, Peter Thiel, and Sam Altman have invested billions into companies working specifically on defeating aging. What do they know that you don't? This is the full story of the science of living longer and how long science now thinks you could live. For most of human history, aging was not considered a medical problem. It was considered a fact of life, as inevitable as gravity, as untreatable as the weather. Medicine focused on diseases. Aging was the background condition against which diseases occurred, not something that could be targeted or treated in its own right. This assumption is now, for the first time in the history of medicine, being seriously challenged, not by fringe researchers or science fiction writers, but by some of the most credentialed scientists at the world's leading research institutions. The shift began with a conceptual reframing. In 2013, a landmark paper in the journal Cell titled The Hallmarks of Aging identified 9 distinct biological processes that drive aging at the cellular level, including genomic instability, telomere attrition, epigenetic alterations, loss of proteostasis, deregulated nutrient sensing, mitochondrial dysfunction, cellular senescence, stem cell exhaustion, and altered intercellular communication. The paper's significance was in treating aging not as a single mysterious force but as a collection of specific, identifiable, potentially targetable biological processes. If you can identify the mechanisms of aging precisely enough, you can potentially intervene in them. David Sinclair, a professor of genetics at Harvard Medical School and one of the most prominent aging researchers in the world, has spent his career working on one of these hallmarks, in particular, epigenetic alterations. The epigenome is the system of chemical markers that tells genes when to turn on and off. Sinclair's information theory of aging proposes that aging is fundamentally caused by the corruption of this epigenetic information, that cells lose the ability to read their own genetic instructions correctly, and that this loss of information is what produces the deterioration we call aging. The critical implication of this theory is that if aging is information loss, it might be reversible, because the underlying DNA has not changed. The information is still there, just corrupted. In 2023, Sinclair's lab published results showing that they had successfully reversed aging in the eyes of old mice by using a gene therapy to reboot the epigenetic program of retinal cells. The old mice regained youthful vision. The cells had been reprogrammed to an earlier, younger state, without any change to the underlying DNA sequence. This is not the first demonstration of aging reversal in animals. The Yamanaka factors, the 4 transcription factors that Shinya Yamanaka discovered in 2006 can reprogram adult cells to an embryonic-like state, have been used in various partial reprogramming protocols to produce rejuvenation effects in animal models. The challenge has been controlling the process. Full reprogramming causes cells to lose their identity and can trigger cancer. Partial reprogramming, reverting cells to a younger state without erasing their specialized function, is the goal. Sinclair's eye experiment demonstrated that partial reprogramming in a specific tissue can produce measurable rejuvenation without the catastrophic side effects of full reprogramming. The billionaire investment in longevity research reflects a calculation that this science is close enough to practical application to be worth enormous financial bets. Jeff Bezos has invested in Altos Labs, a company founded in 2021 with over $3 billion in initial funding, specifically focused on cellular reprogramming as a path to reversing aging in humans. Altos Labs has recruited some of the most prominent scientists in the field, including Yamanaka himself. Sam Altman invested $180 million in Retro Biosciences, a company focused on extending healthy human lifespan by 10 years. Peter Thiel has funded research into parabiosis, the transfusion of young blood into older individuals, and several other longevity approaches. Brian Johnson, a technology entrepreneur who sold his company to eBay for $800 million, has perhaps the most visible personal longevity project. his blueprint protocol involves spending approximately $2 million per year on a comprehensive biological optimization program, a precisely controlled diet, a battery of supplements, specific sleep protocols, extensive exercise, and regular biological testing. His stated goal is to have the body of an 18-year-old at the age of 45. His published biological measurements, shared publicly online, show various biomarkers registering younger than his chronological age. Whether this constitutes aging reversal in any clinically meaningful sense is debated, but it has generated enormous public attention to the field. Beyond the billionaire projects, mainstream pharmaceutical research is producing more targeted approaches. Senolytics, drugs that selectively kill senescent cells, the damaged cells that accumulate with age and secrete inflammatory signals that damage surrounding tissue, have shown significant promise in animal models and are now in human clinical trials for conditions including pulmonary fibrosis, osteoporosis, and kidney disease. The drugs dasatinib and quercetin, used in combination, have demonstrated senolytic effects in humans with manageable side effects. Rapamycin, an immunosuppressant drug that inhibits a cellular pathway called mTOR, has extended lifespan in every animal model it has been tested in, including mice given the drug late in life, and is being used off-label by some longevity-focused physicians despite limited human trial data. NAD+, a molecule that is essential for cellular energy production and DNA repair, and that declines with age, has become a major target of supplement and pharmaceutical interest. Compounds that raise NAD+ levels, including NMN and NR, have shown lifespan and healthspan extension in animal models. Human trials are ongoing. The data in humans is less definitive than in animals, but the mechanistic rationale is solid enough that numerous researchers take these supplements themselves. The blue zones, the 5 regions of the world where people live measurably longer than average, identified by researcher Dan Buettner, provide a different kind of evidence, observational data on human populations that have already achieved substantially extended healthy lifespans without any pharmaceutical intervention. Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Icaria, Greece, and Loma Linda, California. The factors they share, plant-heavy diets, regular moderate physical activity, strong social connections, sense of purpose, limited processed food, and minimal smoking and alcohol, are consistent with what laboratory research identifies as beneficial for the biological hallmarks of aging. How long can a human live? The current record is 122 years and 164 days, held by Jean Calment of France, who died in 1997. Some researchers believe this represents approximately the current biological limit of human lifespan without intervention. Others argue that the limit is much higher, that 130, 150, or more is achievable with the right interventions, and that the limit has simply not been tested because no one with access to the right interventions has yet reached the relevant age. The honest scientific answer is, we do not know. We know that aging is not as fixed and inevitable as it once appeared. We know that the mechanisms driving it are increasingly understood. We know that interventions that extend lifespan in animals exist and are being refined. We know that the first human trials of the most promising approaches are underway or imminent. And we know that the world's most sophisticated investors and scientists are betting, with enormous resources, that the answer is within reach. Whether you will live to 150 depends on how old you are now, how well you take care of yourself in the meantime, and how fast the science moves. The people working on it believe they are in a race against their own mortality. And for the first time in history, they think they might win.